Hello Leo and welcome to Sincere Tarot. This is your What Do You Need to Know for July Tarot reading, and your energy is the Two of Pentacles. You might be on a little bit of a crossroads, you might be indecisive about something in regards to money, where you live, or a particular choice in relationships, things like that. You might be kind of going back and forth, humming and hawing about a particular decision. So let's see, what does Leo need to know for July? Ooh. Well, we've got four major arcanas out of 7, so it's definitely going to feel, at least on the spiritual sense, like kind of an intense month. So the energy in the past is the Queen of Pentacles. This is the energy leading into this. So this could represent an earth sign female. It can represent, the earth sign feminine aspect of yourself, okay? But if it does represent another person, it's someone who's very grounded, very in reality, very generous, very great manifester, and very good businesswoman, and just is able to keep the house together and everything in order very well. Probably cares a lot about physical health and eating healthy and things like that too, okay? This could also represent being well underway with a financial project, with work, with things like that. It can represent that you you're quite well along going up the ladder with work, or you're doing very well with your business. You haven't quite mastered it yet. Like, mastered is the end goal, that's the king, right? And you're right before that, okay? So it could represent a situation you're in with work or finances, but it can also represent an earth sign female, okay? This is so interesting. So I feel like you're definitely going to take a new risk and a new chance, because you are coming up as the Wheel of Fortune. And as you can see in this deck, the Emperor holds the Wheel of Fortune because people used to think that royalty were connected descendants of the gods and made decisions like that. Anyways, no comment on that out loud, not out loud at least anyways. So, but I feel like you're in the middle of a transition, a change, or something unexpected happened, or it's almost like the tables have turned. And what you need to know is that you might be wanting to take a really big risk right now, because what you need to know is coming up as the Fool. That's having, childlike innocence, but also, so the Fool can be foolish and do stupid things, for example, but this is I would say this is positively aspected. So I would say that this is more in the sense of, leaving your baggage behind and starting all brand new, starting all over with a fresh, clean slate, with the childlike innocence of a child. Anyways, the energy in between is the Hanged Man. I feel like there's something that you feel like you want to do this, but you've been waiting for it for a while, or you're in the middle of waiting. It's like you have this huge energy of change, but energetically, it's almost like you're being held back. Like you can feel the rumblings of a volcano, but it's about to explode, but you're like, when is it going to happen, The outcome is the Knight of Swords, so I feel like you are going to be going in a new direction, a new perspective, new way of thinking. This could have something to do with the law. It can have something to do with communication, speaking, reading, writing, potentially social media, things like that. Communication, defense, military, things of that nature. And I feel like you don't really it's a new world where you really don't have that much experience. You have a bit, right? So you're somewhat competent, but it doesn't matter. You're going to, because of your energy and your determination and just not allowing yourself to hold yourself back, you are going to learn very quickly, okay? Yeah, so you might be changing up a complete direction in your life when it comes to career, for example. You are being aspected by the Six of Pentacles. You might actually decide that instead of your focus of getting more money, that you might want to help people and maybe start a charity. You might get into the food industry, or start a cafe, maybe, something completely different, something very, very different. You want to help people. And what you need to know is being aspected by the Sun, that I feel that this, even if at the moment it doesn't look like, I feel like you want a lot in life, including physical things and physical well-being, which is so important. I mean, I'm sorry, if there's a huge difference in quality of life if you own a nice home and it's completely paid off, compared to barely being able to scrape together enough money for rent, right? So what I'm trying to say is you were going in a different direction to get that, and you could have gotten that in a different direction with that, getting straight towards the money, but I feel like you're still going to get that. It's just a different route to get to the same result. So right now you might just be kind of like, I think you want to make this new start, and I think ultimately you will. But it's almost like you feel like you're being held back and away from making a decision. You're still like, should I do this? Should I do that? You keep going back and forth. All right, so let's get some clarification cards for Leo for this situation. Yeah, I feel like for a lot of you it is going to do with work. Well, you've got 2 magicians, so that's pretty cool. So you're a very good manifester. Look, you manifested so much with like your past career or your past choices. You're going to be able to do it again. Like, you have that innate ability within you. It's not gone anywhere. It's just changing direction, and you can change the direction. I feel like you've been thinking about this for a while. Maybe you've only shared it with a few people, your desire for this new direction in your career. I think that you are able to take a lot of the information that you've learned before and experience that you have before and kind of blend it. You're going to be able to make something quite new. Yeah, I feel like you're just stuck at this moment about like, how am I going to make money? How am I going to do this? Like, with just trying to figure out how you're going to move forward with this new career path. You will figure it out, right? I mean, you are going to move forward. You're going to learn a lot, and you will create order amongst the chaos, and you will make sure that you go through all of the regulations and do your paperwork properly and just have everything done properly. Even though you will get it very organized very quickly, you'll learn very fast, and I think I feel like you learn more like through experience than actually like listening or reading about it. Like, when you actually do it, you're gonna learn so fast, honestly. And this might have actually been something that you've desired for a long time. For some of you, it might have been something that you actually wanted to do as a child, but you kind of put it off and you did something else, and now you're doing it. You're like, well, you know what? Never better time than the present. And you know, things are gonna get really good. It's gonna be really positive, and you'll begin to start manifesting again amazingly. Like, I just see so much success with your work and your career. This is awesome. Let's just do one more clarification card. Yep, definitely a fast learner. Definitely listening to your intuition. Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes when I get these 2 cards, for example, they usually can cause a bit of trouble because they move. It's almost like they act and speak before thinking, and they can really rub people the wrong way. But I mean, you're just going to figure it out so fast and create an organizational structure. I feel like a lot of you might be starting your own actual business, like you're just creating it from scratch. It's so cool. So well done. All right, let's get some advice cards for Leo for this situation. All right. First advice card, we've got the 8 of Cups. So just make sure that you're going in a direction that this will be emotionally fulfilling for you in the long run, okay? Yeah, you need to actually love it. It needs to be very deep and meaningful to you for you to do this in the long run. Second advice card, okay, is Justice. So you need to make sure that you are doing everything by the book. You are not, because sometimes when we go into new industries, there might be certain laws we're not aware of, so you really need to educate yourself. You might want to get a lawyer or a solicitor to go over all of the paperwork, make sure that you are within all of the regulations and policies and you are working within the law, and that you're making your decisions from an objective. So I'm just looking at 2 pigeons fighting. I think they're fighting. Oh my gosh, so weird. Okay, try to ignore that. Anyways, make sure you're working within the law. Yeah, okay. Third advice card, Knight of Wands. Continue to follow your intuition, that creative spark. It is absolutely going to guide you in this new direction, in this new territory. I see a lot of success for you. And fourth advice card, this is a good one, Knight of Pentacles. Make sure, slow and steady wins the race. If there are any shortcuts, if taking some sort of shortcut even slightly increases the risk of things not going in the direction that you want, don't do it. It's literally, you want to get there the long, safe, boring way, okay? Zero risk. Take zero risk. And how do you fill the ocean? Drop by drop, my friend. And that's how you do it. All right, if you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. Sorry, those pigeons are still fighting. Oh my gosh, why can't we just all get along? Anyways, like, share, subscribe, comment. That helps me out so much, and I really appreciate it a lot. And if you're still here, secret bonus card. Ooh, Two of Swords. Yeah, this feeling of stuckness. You might actually almost kind of have to accept that feeling of stuckness before you move on, but there might be like potentially also someone in your life that just doesn't agree with the direction that you're going, and so you're going to have to maybe not even fight them on it. You might just have to kind of accept that you two will have opposing opinions. Let me just get one more advice card about that. Advice card about the advice card. So certain things aren't going to go the way that you want them to go, or something's going to fall apart, but it's for the best. Oh my gosh, I've never pulled this many advice cards. One more advice cards about those. It's something to do with like a childhood pattern from your past. It might be also a family member or a friend who feels like family that kind of doesn't agree with the direction that you're going. But at the end of the day, like, honestly, from a spiritual perspective, this is such a good idea for you. This is what you need to do, and it will lead to a better life, okay? Have a great month. Bye.